Hey, GW coming to you live. So today I got sick at work. It's pretty nasty. There's some really nasty crap going around. Stomach, flu, head cold, congestion, you name it. But I got hit with something really nasty. So I've been home since about 8 o'clock, 8:30, somewhere there, give or take. Um, so because I was basically dead to the world today and take tomorrow to recover, I watched the remake of Street Trash. I was actually going to watch it Saturday morning and give you guys a review, but because I was home, figure I'll give you this one a little early in case you're interested. Where do I begin with this? This is from Ryan Kruger. As I told you, he had done Fried Barry, which was a really crazy movie about an alien who hijacks a homeless drug addict vagrant's body and goes for a roller coaster ride. It was a really messed up sort of movie. It's like the hard version of E.T., the hard R-rated version of E.T. If I, come across it, was crazy. I can't even begin to describe it. It's more of an experience. But Street Trash is the same way. Now, in my last review, I told you about Street Trash from the 80s and all the crazy things that were going on there. This one has one narrative. It doesn't jump around like the old one does from place to or character to character. This one actually is set in the future. All right. It's set in 2050 in Cape Town, Africa. And basically, what you see there is a power struggle. The rich want to stay rich. They're trying to eradicate the homeless because they're filth. It's all about that class system deal. The rich actually are trying to exterminate the homeless using the Viper, Tenafly Viper stuff from the old one. That really is about the only holdover from the first film is that Tenafly Viper stuff. And I gotta tell you, this one is way more splatterific than the first film. It takes everything the first film's gore is, amplifies it, throws it in your face to the point at the end of the film. I lost count of how many people actually melted and how much goo and guts were all over the floor or all over the pavement and everything else. In addition, this has decapitations, gun battles, just all kinds of stuff going on. One of the interesting things about this film is it's probably going to end up on The Last Drive-In because Ryan Kruger and the producers of The Last Drive-In collaborated on this. It's also distributed by Bloody Disgusting, and it's available on Screambox right now to check out. I would not eat when you watch this. The first film in the 80s was more offensive. This one is more splatterific. The tasteless jokes are there. There is a really messed up scene with a vagrant licking stuff off somebody's feet that, if you're not ready for it, it's going to turn your stomach. But basically, the mayor of Cape Town, South Africa here, Mayor Mostert, is eliminating people, like I said, the homeless people, so he can have nothing but the rich people move in and make it actually a decent, civilized place. He really believes the homeless people are scum. The homeless people, actually, are met by Derelict Ronald. I just told you there was only one holdover from the first film. I actually lied. The beginning of the movie, in the 80s movie, starts out with a chase through downtown streets, much like this one does too. It's not the same, but it does harken back to the first one, so I'm sorry I lied to you guys about that. As far as the splatter, oh my god. Like, you wouldn't watch this film for the story. You'd watch it to see how many people get screwed up, and melt. And the special effects are awesome. Dude, gory, slimy. Bleh. I mean, it's great. If you have seen Fried Barry, the actor in there who plays Fried Barry is also in this film, and much like Fried Barry, this boy is not. He's not abducted by an alien, but he sees one all through the movie, a little blue thing that, again, solidifies the fact that this movie's not for everybody. I mean, you come into a movie like this that's so unapologetically PC and splattery, you can't really take it seriously. But it's interesting, he sees this blue character, which becomes a prominent player. And these homeless people, the group of homeless, square off with the rich. And again, it doesn't jump around, which is nice, because it does give you a straight narrative to follow, straight story, and you're not worrying about what this boy's doing, what that boy's doing. Actually, another callback to the first film is at the end, where you see somebody melt. If you have seen the 80s version, you'll know exactly where the scene's going. Let's say, I'm trying to look at my they put the writing on these DVDs so freaking tiny. Now this Blu-ray is only available at vinegarsyndrome.com, and I guess, again, on Screenbox. The lead actress, her name is Donna Cormack Thompson. She's really good, and if this is her first picture, she really is good. She's a good actress. I think she's really cool. She plays a badass heroine, the final girl. As far as what I expected this to be, I didn't know. Going into this film, I didn't know what to sort of expect. I just kind of wanted to see how it differed and see the splatter effects. In fact, 5 seconds into this movie, somebody melts. I mean, and it pretty much sets the tone for the whole deal. Well, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a fun movie to take your brain out of your head, set it on a table, and enjoy for a while. But as far as, looking for something that's going to keep everybody happy, it's not going to happen. I wouldn't really call this a horror film, although it has elements of, gore in it. I would call it a gory action, sort of dark comedy, because it's tasteless, and it's like the people that melt, some of them you actually want to see go really bad. And it's actually fairly short. It's only about an 85-minute runtime, which is comparable to the first one. So if you're looking for, a double feature, pair this one with the other one, and I think it would go great. And it moved quick. And some of the jokes for a couple of seconds were dumb, but overall, not a bad film. I would say 99% of Ryan Coogler's budget went to, melting, but it's neither here nor there. There's some special features, featurettes, music video, that kind of thing. But yeah, check it out on Screenbox if you haven't checked it out already. And apparently this thing did play in a few theaters, and I was watching this and going, wow, some of this stuff, you don't see in mainstream theatrical run movies. So, but all in all, yeah, but carnage count, there's a whole bunch of people melt, a whole lot of gory stuff. The mayor melting is probably the most graphic of all, I would think. Probably over 100 uses of the F word. You got people being decapitated, people being shot, you know. So a lot of gore, carnage, and I actually lost count, guys. But like I said, I don't feel that great, and I was half doing this the whole movie. But I did see the whole film. But yeah, definitely check it out if you like really good gore stuff, or just a fan of, tasteless movies. I mean, you don't want your mom watching this, you know what I'm saying? So it's my review on Street Trash. So Dan, gotta check it out. Um, Couple other things real quick. I told you guys that life has been kicking my tail, and it really has. I think I just worked too hard. Like I said, I'm sick, and I don't know. Just things around here are crazy. I did gain a lot of people, a lot of fans. People have been checking out my videos, and I've been noticing, and I really appreciate that. A lot of people still ask me, since all the federal workers came back, why didn't I go legit? And basically I said because I want control of my own content. Been playing a lot of games, and I've been getting into different type of games, guys. I used to play these first person shooter horror gore games, right? But I've been playing, believe it or not, like Baldur's Gate and Diablo, things of that sort, that RPG stuff. And whenever I was young, it's funny because I used to watch Dungeons and Dragons, on the cartoon show on Saturday mornings. And I love that show. And then when you get to be a teenager, you think all the dorks play D&D, right? Well, I never played that. Closest thing I got to Baldur's Gate. But I played it for a few hours and then just jet. But one thing I noticed is that, these games are pretty entertaining. In fact, my wife got me the Dungeons and Dragons Xbox game, which you cannot get anymore because it's delisted and you can't buy it digitally. And you know what? As dumb or as crazy as it comes off, I kind of enjoy it. Because it's just a different type, a different genre, and I'm trying to, see what this is all about. Diablo 4, I remember I beat that earlier, like 2 years ago, whenever it came out. I beat that thing. So I'm going to go back into it and play, But all these games, they're incredible, But so I've been doing that. I haven't watched any movies, and except for this one, and trying to give you guys more content. I am so trying to get people to come over here and watch movies and talk to me, but in my current state, that's not going to happen. Just a lot of things, really. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, what happens, like you have an agenda. Like today, I wanted to go to work. I had things I wanted to do at work that I really love to do at work. And then life throws you a curveball. Next thing you know, I'm cleaning the bathroom, helping fill in. Next thing you know, I'm throwing up in the shower stall. And the next thing I know, I'm home. You gotta deal with what you're thrown here. And that, just thinking about, different things, and I don't know. But I was thinking also about my dude Dre, and I've tried reaching out to him a few times. I don't know what's going on with him. And I wish I knew, because, when you have your best friend, that you spent years with, right? You'd like to see what's up. I've tried calling him a few times, tried leaving him a message, but I don't know. I really hope nothing's going on, because I do miss that cat. I miss him. When you get older, you kind of realize that the friends that you had, growing up, are some of the friends that made you who you are. Just like I told one of my clients I cleaned up for, I said, you know what? This dude named Keith. Keith is an awesome cat, and I've known him a couple years. And I said to Keith, I said, you know what? I just wanted to say thank you for being awesome with me, because in this day and age, in this world, you don't see that. You don't see people act civil like that anymore. I mean, when you do, it's shocking. I mean, me and my wife, I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but me and my wife are the type of people that when we go eat and bark in the morning and we hold the door for little old ladies, some of them clutch their purse like, I'm going to take some. I ain't going to take nothing. That's the way I was brought up, you know? But some people weren't brought up like that. And it just kills me. And I feel like because I'm at a point in my life and my career, like I just want to say thank you to the people who never gave up on me. You know, I got a coworker I work with, Mitch. You guys seen me do a couple promos on him, and the reason I haven't done any of them lately is because he's one of those people that, you know, taught me a few things. And yeah, we've had differences. We went round and round, but at the end of the day, you know, he opened my eyes to thinking differently, and which I didn't know I could do. And I think I'm a better person because he did that. And like I said, I tell him thanks all the time. And I think sometimes he doesn't realize, or maybe he does, how important he is to me, you know, in my career. And I know too that this is a cat that if I really had something going on outside of work, you know, something really bad, I could talk to him. And he would put everything else aside. And that's the same way I am. And sometimes you just gotta say thank you to the people that made you, because if they didn't intervene and they didn't help you out, where would you be? That's a question for another time. So look, I'm not feeling that great, but I just wanted to drop that review. I think it's a pretty decent movie. I think the problem with a movie like this is it's not going to get a lot of recognition until word of mouth spreads about how gory it is. But as far as mainstream advertising, I think you can forget it. Anyway, check Street Trash out on Screenbox if you got it. I think it's pretty good. That's my take on it.